Welcome to the Reece Report. I am Andrew Reece. I am very happy to bring you episode 5 with my special guest, Jose. That is right. Jose Gomes is back. We are here to talk about the NFL draft and specifically our San Francisco 49ers, who moved up to draft number 3 with very good reason, by the way, because they have a quarterback who's on his way out. So, Jose, where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook. They can find me on Instagram. They can find me. I haven't done Twitter yet, but I'm gonna start getting on the Twitter.
There you go. We're gonna have Jose on Twitter. That'll be a lot of fun knowing him.
Yep.
And of course, you can find me at the Reece Report. You can find me at Ram316 on Instagram. You can find me at the Mouth of the North on Twitter. Please comment, like, share on our content. We really appreciate all your support. Now, the San Francisco 49ers have selected Trey Lance with the number 3 pick. This is the most nervous I've ever been before a draft, because Kyle Shanahan, in his infinite wisdom, decided to keep it a secret from everybody, including the quarterback himself. And so there were a lot of rumors that it was going to be Mac Jones, and I'm so happy it's not Mac Jones. I did not want I did not want a smaller version of Jimmy G. And so we got an athletic QB who had an incredible season on a no-name team with he had a bunch of touchdowns and no picks, has a great arm. He's athletic. Reminds me of Colin Kaepernick. Jose, what do you think of our selection and what we had to give up to get him? That's the 12th pick and 2 future first rounders.
I thought it was a great pick. I like Trey Lance. He's gonna fit amazingly in Kyle Shanahan's offensive system. Now we have a dual threat quarterback that can throw and run. So the defenses, it's gonna be a head scratcher for the defenses. They don't know what's gonna happen. With Jimmy G, he's a pocket quarterback. He's not going to scramble. He's not going to rush or anything like that. So what to expect. With this guy, he can rush for like 100 yards a game, or he can break loose for a 40-yard gain or a 50-yard gain anytime. Yeah. So I like the pick. I think we did give away too much first-round picks for him, but that's the price that you have to pay when you want a good quarterback. And you gotta draft them in the top 3, but that's just the way it is. You can't do nothing about it. But then again, there's been already trades like the Houston Texans trading away their offensive linemen to Miami. Jesus Christ, and they gave them way worse for an offensive lineman. Are you kidding me? Come on. And this is a future quarterback, right?
Yep, we saw the Bears. We saw the Bears move up to get Justin Fields.
That was a good pick. That was I was surprised that he went that just the number 10 overall. I'm surprised.
I give the Bears a lot of credit because they went into the offseason with Andy Dalton, and you can't do that to your fan base. So that was good.
Absolutely not.
They tried to get Russell Wilson, and Seattle said no thanks. But I'm just glad. For me, they needed to move off of Jimmy G, and he got us to a Super Bowl. But he's very injury prone. He's inaccurate, and he turns the ball over too much. And I think Kyle knew he had a ceiling with this guy. And in order for him to take the next step, he needs a better QB who's more mobile.
Well, let me interrupt you. The running game got them to the Super Bowl, not Jimmy G, not Jimmy and the defense. Not
Completely
Jimmy G.
agree.
Jimmy G wasn't even throwing for over 100 yards, and they made it to the Super Bowl. That was like another Trent Dilfer back in the day.
He won a game against Gil Santos. This is a shout out to you. He won a game against Green Bay throwing 8 passes.
Yeah.
That's a joke. I mean, come on. Like, it's, you got to be better than that. And I just think that Kyle Shanahan is deathly afraid to use this guy as a real quarterback. Now, my next question is he staying? Now, I hear he's staying, but does it make sense for him to stay, and have Trey Lance sit for a little bit?
It depends. Like, if they can get a good trade offer for him, then trade him away. If not, then keep him around. make him, like sometimes you never know, like drafting a young quarterback, it may light a fire up his ass or something, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he can start playing well, like, and he can play out of his mind. So you don't know. To personally, if they get a good trade offer, trade them away, and you can run the system with the rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
But then again, you need that QB with a little bit of experience to, the rookie can learn from the system, because it's a complicated system. It's
Yeah.
not everybody can play the Kyle Shanahan offensive system, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be a smart QB. You got to know what you're doing. So let the kid maybe like do like a Toa, maybe Jimmy G can play like the beginning of the half of the season, and then bring the kid in and then see what you got, right? If you did give up 3 first-round picks for him, so
Yeah.
just play out with Jimmy G, see how it goes, and then after, if it doesn't go well, then you can always put him in the last half of the season to see what you have and what he could do, right?
Yeah, I think he's got an incredibly short leash this year, Jimmy G. That is a Super
Absolutely.
Bowl. In my opinion, it's a Super Bowl roster that is in win now mode, so they can't really waste any more time with an unhealthy or ineffective Jimmy G. My only concern with them would be wide receiver. They really didn't add anything at wide receiver, which could hurt them. They do have the running game still and a solid defense. I would have added a defensive end, maybe a center, but they're a win now team. So this move was necessary. I guess the first round picks don't matter in that case because you're trying to win now.
Yeah, you're gonna be drafting
So,
low anyway, so that's right. Like,
so now on another subject, before Trey Lance was drafted, our San Francisco, Mr. John Lynch, Mr. Baller, trading, always making calls and stuff. Okay,
hey,
he goes and calls the Green Bay Packers and says, "Hey, you got an MVP over there that's not very happy, just hosted Jeopardy. Is he available?" Now, the dumbass GM in Green Bay, who went and drafted Jordan Love last year, said, no, he's not available. But Mr. Aaron Rodgers is not a happy camper, and he wants out of Green Bay, and he wants the GM fired. So now that Gil Santos hasn't been on the show, and I hope you come on, Gil, we're going to talk about your boy Aaron Rodgers, who, in my opinion, is the biggest playoff choker I've ever seen, because he's lost 4 straight NFC championship games, and it's never his fault. It's always everybody else. It's the GM's fault. It's the players' fault. I don't have enough help. So, Jose, what was going on here with the 49ers calling Green Bay?
hey, it's just a little, a little call to see what the situation is. You know how there's the rumors here and there that goes on with the pre-drafts and with the picks and stuff like that. Hey, the Niners called to see what they wanted for him, and that's all it is. John Lynch he's a smart GM. He's proven that he can make those crazy deals at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
But I guess they're probably offering too much. And hey, listen, Rodgers is not happy, so you never know, man. This trade could happen. You never know.
What do you think's going to happen? What's going to happen? Are they going to get rid of the GM, or are they going to trade Aaron Rodgers?
No, absolutely not. That Rodgers is staying in Green Bay. This is all just smoke and stuff, and then everybody's gonna get all happy, and then he's gonna get his millions of dollars. He'll be stupid to give up his contract. What was it, the 30 million that he makes, or 35 that he makes?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
And it doesn't make
because
sense
you don't like
Green
the
Bay to trade
GM. Who
him.
gives a shit about the GM? Like, your buddy, that's $35 million. That's a lot of money. But I think Rodgers is gonna stay. But it's, you know what? In one way, I do agree with him, because the GM should at least consider asking him. Listen, this is our situation. I think we're drafting this guy, or what do you think? Give us your opinion. He is the main guy in the Green Bay.
It was never going to go well, though. Whether he told him or not, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. But still, like, once you at least give him the heads up, like, this is our guy that we're thinking of drafting. What do you think? Like, just get a little, like, get his opinion in it.
Yeah, he doesn't feel respected, Jose.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Exactly that, and that's why he's freaking out. And he wants out.
You look at Tampa Bay. They basically bowed down to Tom Brady, gave him whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
And they
won the championship.
They won the championship. Now Tom Brady is up here and Aaron Rodgers is down here, but at the same time, they drafted Trask, and told Tom before they drafted
Yeah,
Trask. So
but
that's
that
what it
just
is.
shows you the respect, right? The
Yeah,
respect that he deserves. And I
yeah,
think Rodgers deserves that respect, and that's why he feels the way he feels. He wants out. He doesn't
yeah,
want the GM to be there. But
yeah,
it's true though. Like a team that needs a good wide receiver, and or he needs offensive weapons, and you go the defense. Like the past, like I believe it was the
yeah,
9 years or whatever, they
yeah,
drafted all defensive players.
yeah,
Your defense is okay. You don't need more defensive players. You need offensive players to play with them,
yeah,
and you can't even get a half decent receiver. Last year they could have got like good player for him for the
mhm,
draft that they were drafted, and they
yeah,
didn't even like come on.
yeah.
They're like I don't know.
There's no guarantee, obviously, but if you look at his situation, I don't think he has a better situation, as strange as it sounds, as in Green Bay. Where is he going to go that's better than Green Bay? He has the running back. He
Come to
has
San
a, he
Francisco.
has he has a number one wide receiver. He has the best offensive tackle in football when he's healthy. Where else is he going to go? I mean,
To the
so
49ers.
yeah. I
But
mean,
he should have been there already in the beginning when he got this draft year. The Niners should have never drafted Alex Smith. They should have drafted Aaron Rodgers. And
yeah,
I'm not telling you right now, with Aaron Rodgers and the 49ers teams that were in the past,
mhm,
with Jim Harbaugh as a coach, with that defense, I
mhm,
believe we could have won at least one or two
yeah.
championships with
No
Aaron Rodgers as a
guarantee.
quarterback. Not
What?
no guarantee, but
Right,
like I'm
right.
telling you, we would be in more Super Bowl
Yeah,
finals with him as a
yeah,
quarterback than
yeah,
with Alex Smith
yeah,
and Colin Kaepernick was okay
yeah.
too, but he's not compared to Aaron Rodgers. Like
what
we
what
gotta give.
people what people forget about Aaron Rodgers is he wasn't a finished product when he got drafted. He needed to sit behind Brett Favre to get
Yeah,
himself better. He didn't. He had arm issues. He couldn't. He didn't have good mechanics, and he had to be manufactured or taught how to be the player he was.
just like
Right?
Mahomes. Mahomes was the
Yeah.
same thing too. He was behind Alex Smith, learned how it is, what it takes to
Yeah.
be a good QB, and that's what's gonna happen to Trey Lance too when in the Niners. I think he's gonna learn. He's gonna sit behind Jimmy G if he doesn't get traded. He's gonna sit behind Jimmy G. Jimmy G. Hopefully he plays half decent so the team he gives the team a chance to win. If not, then they're gonna keep a short leash on
Yeah.
Jimmy G, and Trey Lance is gonna take over that offense. But
Regarding.
hopefully, like
Yeah. Yeah.
Lance could just stay behind 1 year, like learn the system, learn how it is behind Jimmy G, get rid of Jimmy G at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and then we can put in Trey Lance.
The thing I don't get about Rodgers is this: he knows what team he's on, right? The Packers have been doing this for years. They did it with Brett Favre when they
Yeah,
drafted Aaron Rodgers. They did it with
true.
Bart Starr when they got Brett Favre. They've done this. They've done it this way for years. They haven't been a team that's drafted or signed a lot of help. I mean, I don't know what he's expecting, and
He's just
I just think it's a little diva-ish for him to do
yeah,
this.
it is
You
a
know?
little bit, but you like you said when this year Tampa Bay asked Brady,
Right.
listen, we're gonna draft Trask. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Last year they didn't ask when they drafted Jordan Love, did they?
No,
Were
they didn't
they
even tell him. No,
exactly? So
no.
that's why he's a little upset on
They
that
don't
in
care.
that situation.
The management to me doesn't care what he thinks, and they've said
Yeah,
it. They said,
it's
"Go
true.
play. We paid you. Go play." That's the way. That's
That's
the way they're
exactly,
acting.
and that's why he's acting the way he is.
So
I do agree. It's a little bit divish. He is
yeah,
like sometimes he acts like a little diva, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, he just wants his respect. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I
Like
think
it's everybody else's fault but his, Jose. Like when he
yeah,
loses this year, he got the home game he wanted. He got the best record. He got everything was supposed to land his way, and it was the coach's fault for not letting him go for it on fourth down. They never talked about the 3 downs where he had a chance to run it into the end zone and win the
yeah,
game.
that's true. That's
Like
true.
like it's never his fault. That's what drives me nuts about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's never his fault. It's always somebody else. I mean, that's why Tom Brady is who he is, and the players love Tom Brady. They'll die for the guy on the field. Players come back. Antonio Brown comes back for $5 million. They got running backs playing for $3 million because of
Yeah,
Tom
it's true.
Brady. That
It's true.
why I think that he's like a wide receiver, Aaron Rodgers, in a way. You know.
And you know what's sad? We could last year the Niners were in the Tom Brady sweepstakes, and
Don't
we
get me
could
started, Jose. If John Lynch, I don't know what you were thinking. I like Trey Lance, but you had a chance to get Tom Brady. He was willing to come there, and you kept Jimmy G. Now that's why Tampa Bay has a Super Bowl, and we got nothing. Well, we got Trey Lance. We had to give up 3 picks. Think you're looking for a QB. You had a chance to get Brady for 2 years on a Super Bowl roster that's going to run the ball just like New England did, and you stuck with Jimmy G and had to trade 3 first-rounders for Trey Lance. Boy, oh boy, the jobs of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are on the line.
You better believe it.
With this pick, because this is it. Either he works out or it's big trouble.
That's true. That's true.
So,
but then again, the Niners last year, listen. You know what, Jimmy G, he has his games. There's games that he played well. There's games that he played not. But then last year was just horrible with injuries, man. All the best players got all hurt and stuff like that. So hopefully this year they can stay healthy and we can have a good playoff run and make the playoffs and go deep. And
I'll say this. I'll say this in closing, guys. I cannot wait to see Trey Lance. I don't want to see Jimmy G on the field again. I can't. I gave him a chance. I tried. The guy from New England that was supposed to take over for Tom Brady. All you idiots out there that thought this guy was better than Tom Brady because he went 3-1 for 4 games. Really? Really? He went to the Super Bowl. He missed throws. He played a terrible fourth quarter, and now he's on the outs. Okay? He's not Tom Brady. Not even close. So I hope that he's gone and I can watch a guy that looks like Colin Kaepernick, which was a lot of fun to watch. And almost won us the Super Bowl. So close, I swear. So
that was a pass interference, man.
Oh, it should have been holding. It should have been pass interference.
That was pass interference on Crabtree, but it's okay. Don't worry.
But you know what? We're going to be okay.
It hurts.
It does. But we're going to be okay. I think that
for sure.
The future is bright. Kyle Shanahan, to me, still has a lot to prove. He's had 2 really bad Super Bowls, and I still have my questions about him. I like John Lynch, but
his play calling in the Super Bowls were questionable. Like especially with the Niners and the Chiefs, you're up by 10 and you're not running the ball, you're throwing the ball.
Yeah,
and you're just giving the ball back and forth.
But he did the same thing in Atlanta when they blew the 28.
When they blew the 28, absolutely. So, like you can't do that. You just play your game, and if you're a running team, you run the ball down their throats. You keep running it. You keep running it. You keep running.
And it makes it crazy because against Green Bay, he didn't stop running.
Yeah,
and then he gets to Mahomes, and he's throwing the ball after Mahomes is throwing picks. He looks very average. They're winning 20-10. The defense is playing great. And he's throwing the ball and giving him more chances. So
it's true.
He's got a playoff proving to do, Mr. Shanahan.
He does. Especially in the Super Bowl, man. He's got to come up big.
Okay, guys, that's our thoughts. What do you all think? I really hope you guys watch this. I love talking to Jose. I could go on forever, but we do have to cut the show at 20 minutes so you guys will actually watch it. Now, before I go, I have a message for Gil Santos. I've been asking you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks to come on my show. I have a lot to talk with you about, especially your boy Aaron Rodgers and your team. So you need to get your butt on here. Make this a notice. I'm calling you out. Your own boy Vito has called you out on Facebook, says get your butt on the show. So I don't care if you're working or what you're doing. You got lots of time. You got a nice basement that you can go into. You got a garage you can go into. Get your butt on the show. Okay?
That's right, Gil. Get your butt on the show, man.
Until then, I got Jose. Yeah, go Jose. You call him out too. Go ahead.
Yeah, damn right. He better get his ass on the show, man. It's a good show, man. And we talk sports, you have fun. That's all it is. It's all good, man.
That's right. Especially with Euros coming up in a month. I'm definitely having Jose back for that. I'm hoping to have some other friends of mine to talk about Portugal, to talk about other teams even in the Euros, because I'm going to do a whole preview. Italy just got all their players vaccinated. That's going to be a big story. COVID is going to be a huge thing with the European Championship, to see how that goes, if fans will be there or not, that sort of thing. So we're going to talk about that. But until then, Gil, get your butt on the show. Jose, thank you for coming on. This is a great convo about our 49ers and Aaron Rodgers, and we'll have plenty more to come.
My pleasure.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching the show. Please leave us your comments, share the video, watch as much as you want. We'd love to have you. I'm Andrew Reece. This is Jose Gomes. Take care, guys, and we'll see you on the next Reece Report.